In this episode of Toys Bags In, I'm going to respond to a comment that I got from my Voltron Part 2 video on how to make a clear canopy. One of my subscribers, he goes by the name AC, he comments that he's got a broken leg on his Green Lion, and he wants to know if I have a teardown video for that. So I have a Green Lion here that has a broken leg too, and we're going to see if we can figure out how these legs were put together. So first of all, this leg was glued together, and you can see that there's a little washer in there, a little white washer, so we can pull that out with a screwdriver. There's these little notches that line up with pegs that are on the lion's body. Now this has got some crazy glue in there because it was crazy glued at one time when it was broken, and so I've got to somehow get that out. But the main idea is, can we pull these black discs out to be able to pull the leg apart? I believe that's the thing that holds these legs in, but still allowing it to be articulated. Now just try to take this knife and cut some of that glue out of there and see if I can pull this whole piece apart that was broken off the body of the Green Lion. Just trying to break the bond just in between the chrome piece and the green piece. And in between the green piece, there's the black piece from the disc. I'm afraid that perhaps that was crazy glued in there and I may not be able to get it out. Let me grab a screwdriver here and I'll see if I can push it through. There we go. This is what this piece looks like. Now these lions are glued together, so you can't just simply unscrew them apart like you can the black lion, which I've shown in another video how to take that one apart. So I'm just going to try to figure out would we be able to fix these legs without having to take apart the lion. I mean, you could probably cut down the glued seam of the lion and pull it apart, but if all of these are glued together anyway, it wouldn't matter. So here what I've noticed is there's two little notches that fit together right here. I don't know if those are friction fit or if they're little pegs that snap in. Maybe that's why I can't get this out. It's kind of perpendicular to the black line on the other side of the disc. I don't want to break it any more than it already is, and I don't want to mar the plastic either, but we have to figure it out somehow to see if we can get this apart. Well, it doesn't seem to be coming out, so let's go to the other side since that was glued and see if we can pull this out. And that just popped right off, like it broke right away. So that almost looks like it was glued too. Let's see what happens if I take the leg off. So here is the post that was broken off the other side, and that's what it looks like with the black piece stuck in there. And I don't know if that was glued in from the factory or whatever, but this was probably taken off before, or at least broken at one time, because you can see those little green pegs that were on the other side. They're missing on this side. Maybe that black piece of plastic was broken already and it was glued together. Although that leg worked really well, even though those pegs were not there. So that doesn't help the situation any. Let's see if we can get the back one off. See if we can pull it off easily. I'd really want to try to just kind of get this disc off. Now we know that there's little notches in there that the black disc is connected to on the green peg, so we don't want to turn that. I thought maybe you could turn it and you'd be able to unscrew it apart, but it's actually just in there, and I don't want to break another leg again. So this concludes this, that he was asking, I don't want to break anything if I want to try to replace the leg. And pretty much if you want to replace the leg, you got to snap the black disc off and then put the new leg on, and then perhaps fix it. So now I want to try to fix this, and the reason why I'm not taking it apart to try to fix it is because where the legs connect together are posts that go all the way through the back and the front of the lion. And if you can see the post in there, now that post is probably glued together, and there's also a post that holds the tail in, and you can see that right there. If you look, you can see the post in there where it holds the tail and allows it to go, but it also holds the legs in too. And I'm 100% convinced that these black pins are glued in to the body. I actually tried a couple times, try to get the pins out of the back of the lion, and they do not come out. The only way I think to switch out the legs, whether it's worth it or not, is to break this off, or what I would do is, if the leg was on, I figured out that the post is about 1/8 of an inch drill bit. So what I would have done ahead of time, knowing what I know now, is I would drill that out right in the middle, probably right down to where this connects to the post, and then continue drilling right through, and you'll notice that it would drill right into here, right through to the bottom. You'd be able to pull this off. And what we're going to do is, what I'm going to do anyway, is I'm going to drill a hole. Once I get this out by using a drill bit, I'm going to drill all the way through this from the back. And I mean, if you're doing it with a broken leg and the pin isn't broken, well, you're going to have to drill it right in the center, right here, down through. And you could do use a pin vise if you want to do that, just so that you're accurate through, but I'm going to just use my drill press. We're going to use a piece of Lego antenna. It's black Lego antenna, and we're going to put that through, glue it, and then do some finish work on this piece so that it doesn't look like there's a Lego antenna in there. And we should fix the legs. All right, so first of all, I did put the washer back in the leg that I took it out of. So these legs are ready to go, but I need to get rid of the glue that's on this side. So I'm going to clean the glue out. We'll go over to the drill press and we'll drill these pieces, these pegs out, the black pieces, and glue it together. We've got our piece drilled out. I tried to get it as centered as possible. We've got this drilled out too. So we should be able to get this together and make it work. Okay, so once this is dry, to make this actually, because I don't think that post is going to stay there. I don't think uh, I'm not going to be able to articulate the leg. I'm going to actually drill a hole all the way through so that when I put the Lego piece in, that'll glue in there like that. Not only is that going to hold this piece here, but it'll also keep this pin from breaking off again. So we're just going to let that set up and dry probably for a few hours. They seem to be moving pretty good and they seem to be pretty tight. I think this is a great way to fix these if you want to replace the legs or just fix a broken peg. So here's the end result. Waited a couple days for the arms to dry, and this one is, remember this is the one that had the broken pegs inside that holds the washer in. This one is a little looser than this one, so those washers do actually tighten everything up, and that's what it looks like. I think it turned out really good, and I hope this helps you, AC, or anybody else that's watching this video, on how to take these legs off and fix them. Thanks for watching this episode of Toys Bags Zen. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell for more videos in the future, and leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of this repair, and do you have ideas about better ways of doing it? Have you taken these apart before? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.